This is a presentation of Magnitude Sports.
And he's going to get that base hit. Landon Donner is going to round third. They're going to send him, and the throw's coming in. It's not going to be in time, and he slides in head first for the win. Now, looks to be that one's hit well to left field, and it might have a chance, and it is gone. It is a two-run home run for Andy Mock. And the Stars are on the board. It's 2-0.
And now, the cameras are ready, the headset is on, it's game time.
Alrighty, hi, hello, and welcome back to Starion Bank Field site for Game 2 today between the Bismarck Governors and the Post 400 Stars. My name is Eric Deoxon, here with Magnitude Sports. We thank you for tuning in today for Game 2 from wherever you may be. Here in Fargo, North Dakota, local time, 7:39 are about ready to get this ball game started. In case you missed Game 1, it was a road victory for the Governors. They take home the victory in that one, 3-2, a low-scoring pitchers duel in a game that went right down to the wire. We'll see what the second half of this twin bill has in store here. Just missed out on starting lineups, so I'll go through the starting lineups here for each of these two teams. Starting off with the Governors, Jackson Euler going to be in center field batting leadoff. Crew Walker will be the designated hitter batting second. Isaac Pegor's batting third over at shortstop. Ben Patton will be the cleanup at left field. Jack Johnson at first base. He'll be batting fifth. Miles Stife will be behind the plate, catching and batting sixth. Noah Reedinger will be at third base, batting seventh. Carter Cliffpool will be at second base, batting eighth. And Carson Machenbacher will be in right field, batting ninth. And on the mound will be Ryan Kipe for the Governors. And on the mound, on the other end of things, will be Jake Jaroszewski. He will be pitching as the flex player for the Stars. They've got Easton Rarick at shortstop batting first, Eli Mock at third batting second, Kobe Sen at batting third at second base, Colton Almy batting cleanup in center field, Andy Mock batting fifth at first base, Caden Graff in left field batting sixth, Tate Gustafson batting seventh at catcher, Jackson Beiswinger will be designated here today batting eighth, and Ethan Claus will be out in right field batting ninth. So those are your starting lineups here for both teams. As it looks like we're about ready to get underway. You can see Jaroszewski getting a few warm-up pitches in, as he will be the starter here in Game 2. Game 1, like I said earlier, 3-2 your final score in that one. If you missed that one, you can feel free to check it out online at msportsnet.com under the archive library section, or feel free to check it out on YouTube as well, as the replay of that one will be found on the Magnitude Sports YouTube. Looks like one final pitch here coming in from Jaroszewski. And we're ready to get this one underway. Game 2 here at Starion Bank Field. And it's going to be Jackson Euler leading things off.
Leading off for the Bismarck Governors, center fielder Jackson Euler.
First pitch to Euler is taken for ball one. Euler, who was the starting pitcher in Game 1 for the Governors.
First pitch, 7:42, mostly cloudy and 66.
Now Euler working with a 2-0 count after taking that one low and inside. Euler, Walker, and Pegor's the 3-2 up for the Governors to start things off, as they'll look for the sweep here in Game 2. That pitch catching the zone down the middle in the high part of the strike zone. Count 2-1 now to Jackson Euler. The 2-1 is going to be driven out towards left field. Drifting back and making the catch for out number one is Caden Graff. One up and one down. A good start for the Stars as that brings up Crew Walker. Walker, who is the catcher in Game 1, will be the designated hitter in Game 2. Here is the first pitch to the DH. It's in the dirt, bouncing for a ball. A 1-0 from the windup. Nearly catching the zone, but that one missing high and inside to Walker. He's got a hitter's count at 2-0. Jaroszewski's pitch on the way, and that one outside. 3-0 to Crew Walker. And Walker on the verge of a walk to start off the base running for the Governors. Inside for ball 4, and Walker does walk on 4 pitches. It's the first man to reach base for Bismarck. And it's 1 on for Isaac Pegors.
The walk to Walker brings up shortstop Isaac Pegors.
Pegors at shortstop here in game 2, as he was in game 1. Did some damage from the number 3 spot, and he'll look to repeat that feat in the second game. He's got a runner on first with 1 away. First pitch Pegors takes for a ball. Unofficially 7 balls and 2 strikes thus far for Jake Jaroszewski on the night. But he's managed to get 1 out of those pitches as strike number 3 comes in. Strike 3 of the ball game for Jaroszewski. And the count 1-1 to Pegors. Even count pitch from the stretch is going to be fouled off by Pegors for strike 2, and just like that, now Jaroszewski ahead in the count, and we'll look for out number 2 right here. Here's the 1-2. That one missing low for a ball. Pegors takes to even the count. You can see time being called now by one of the umpires. Now both coaches are going to go walk over.
An update from Devil's Lake. The Post 400 Astros pick up a win. 5-3 your final score. Astros over the Devil's Lake.
Well, in case you couldn't quite catch that over the PA, it's a quick update from Devil's Lake. The Astros playing out against Devil's Lake, and they take home the victory in Game 1. 5-3 your final score. Those of you that are keeping up with Post 400 baseball all season long here on Magnitude. Not exactly sure what this is all about here, this delay on the field. You can see one of the Stars coaches having a word with Gustafson, the catcher. Now, both of the umpires coming over as well. Don't know maybe if it's injury related or not, as we certainly hope not. But you can see him down on the ground now. And he has his hand out of his glove, and now here comes some more personnel from the Stars. Looks like they're supplying him with some water. And certainly can only hope that Gustafson will be okay and will be able to continue this game. Situation out on the field right now is a 2-2 count to Isaac Pegors with 1 out. Here in the top of the first inning, 0-0 your score between the Governors and the Stars. And it looks like we will resume with Gustafson in the fold. So after a quick moment of rest and the presence of a water jug, he's ready to get back going. And we'll resume that 2-2 count to Pegors. Pegors fouling it off to stay alive. Here's another 2-2. That one's going to be driven out towards the outfield, heading over towards the gap, and it's going to drop for a base hit. Isaac Pegors with his first hit of the game, as Crew Walker's going to hold up on third base. It's a double. And just like that, 2 in scoring position for the Governors.
Brings up number 9, left fielder Ben Patton.
Ben Patton digging in next, and he's got an ideal situation for Bismarck. Runners on second and third with 1 away. Here's the first pitch to Patton, and it's a check swing. The umpire liked it for a strike. It's 0-1. Jaroszewski from the stretch. Has that one chopped up the middle over towards Jaroszewski. Tough throw over to first, and the umpire says that he's safe. Patton digs it out, and he's on first. Now the base is loaded.
Patton brings up number 8, first baseman Jack Johnson.
So that'll be ruled as an infield hit for Ben Patton, and that brings up Jack Johnson with the bases juiced. Ben Patton, Isaac Pegors, and Crew Walker, those are the faces on the bases for the Governors at first, second, and third respectively. Now the left-handed first baseman will look to do some damage with 1 away. First pitch to Johnson, and Johnson pops that one up high. Should be playable out in right field for Ethan Claus. He makes the catch, and now tagging up is Crew Walker from third. And Walker's going to be in safely. 1-0, the Governors strike first. It's Jack Johnson with a sacrifice fly to bring home Crew Walker.
Fly scores Crew Walker. And that brings up catcher number 17, Miles Stifle.
Isaac Pegors as well advancing to third on the sac fly. That puts runners on the corners for Miles Stifle, the catcher. Bismarck with a 1-0 lead, but a base hit right here would certainly put it into 2 or maybe 3-run territory. But there is 2 outs. Jaroszewski will fire back over to first base as Patton slides in head first. Now here's the first pitch to Stifle, and that one missing outside for ball 1. Mentioned earlier the pitch distribution for Jaroszewski. It's evened out a little bit. 9 balls and 9 strikes now for 18 total here in inning number 1. That pitch missing for ball 2 as Patton takes off for second base. So now runners on second and third for the Governors. And it's Stifle working with a 2-0 count. Here's the pitch, and it's taken for a strike. That one catching the low and away part of the zone. 2-1 to Stifle. The 2-1 is fouled back to even the count. Stifle getting a small morsel of that pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And 1 pitch could end the top of the first right here. Even count dealing is going to be fouled off. Stifle will stay alive. Count remains even at 2. That one a breaking ball taken to fill up the count at 3-2, and we've got our first full count of the game. Payoff pitch up coming from Jacob Jaroszewski. The 3-2 is going to be chopped foul. And the Stifle will stay alive once again. That is the third foul ball of this at-bat. Count remains full. Now Jaroszewski looked like he was about ready to deal. We'll step off and reset. Big pitch upcoming right here, even though it is only the first inning. A lot of ramifications with this throw. And it's going to be hit up the middle and past Jaroszewski. Miles Stifle with an RBI single. In fact, making a 2-run single. Bismarck takes the lead 3-0 here in the top of the first.
2-run RBI single brings up the third baseman, number 19, Noah Riedinger.
Noah Riedinger up next, and he'll look to keep it rolling for the Governors. Talk about a battle of an at-bat right there as Miles Stifle able to come out on top. And a liner right back towards the pitcher, sneaking past the glove. Adding on 2 runs to the total for Bismarck. First pitch to Riedinger is a ball, 1-0 the count. Second pitch of the at-bat, missing inside for a ball. Quick hitters count here to Noah Riedinger at 2-0. Jaroszewski deals as that one is fouled off. Riedinger getting a piece of it, but couldn't quite straighten that one out. That'll be the first strike of the at-bat. 2-1 the count. That one's going to be clocked over past Eli Mock at third base. It's a line drive, and it's another base hit for the Governors. And they do keep it rolling. 2 on now for the next man up, Carter Cliffbull.
Number 10, second baseman Carter Cliffell.
Cliffell will dig in with 2 on and 2 away. Looks like we'll have our first meeting on the mound here as well for the Stars, as coach going to come in and talk things over with Jaroszewski. It's been a strong start here for the Governors in Game 2. Already as many runs as they scored in Game 1. We're here in the top of the first inning for those of you joining late. It was a 2-run single from Miles Stifle that has brought home the majority of the scoring. And that makes it 3-0 right now, as another run was tacked on earlier as well. That one coming off the bat of Jack Johnson with the RBI on a sac fly. So those are your 3 runs of the game thus far for the Governors. Carter Cliffell will look to keep that going as he's got 2 on with 2 away. One of the 2 Cliffells for the Governors. We saw the first one in Game 1. Pitch low to Cliffell for a ball. Here's the 1-0 from Jaroszewski. That one is going to be hit in the ground over towards short. Rarick picks it and fires over to first base for the third out of the inning. It's a 6-3 ground out to do it, but it's a strong start for the Governors. 3-0 they lead off 4 hits. We'll be right back with the bottom of the first. Easton Rarick, Eli Mock, and Kobe setting the 3-2 up right after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
Alrighty, welcome back here to Starion Bank Field in Fargo, North Dakota. Your site for Game 2 between the Governors and the Stars, and it's the Governors with a 3-0 lead off a big top in the first inning, in which they got 4 hits and 3 runs. And now we'll see what kind of response that the Stars have, as they'll be facing off against the man you see warming up right now, Ryan Kipe. Kipe will be getting the start here in Game 2, and he got a few warm-up tosses in, and he'll be facing off against the top of the order here. It's going to be Easton Rarick, as he did in Game 1, leading things off here in Game 2 for the Post 400 Stars.
Stepping up to the plate for the Stars, shortstop number 2, Easton Rarick.
Shortstop number 2, much like the likes of Derek Jeter, will take the first pitch down the middle for strike 1. 0-1 the count to Rarick. And Rarick getting a hold of that one, and that one getting through the hole. It was Klipfel who dove and tried to knock it down, but it just getting past his outstretched glove. And it's a base hit to lead things off for the Stars and Easton Rarick. And it brings up Eli Mock with one on.
Brings up third baseman number 35, Eli Mock.
First pitch to Mock on the way, and it's taken high for a ball. Here's the 1-0. And Mock getting a piece of that one as it goes foul, evening the count 1 apiece. Pickoff attempt over at first base, not coming to fruition. Checking on the runner, Rarick. Now here's the 1-1. It was a near check swing by Mock, but I think he pulled back enough where it wasn't even really much of a discussion. That pitch missing the strike zone, and it's 2-1. Kipe delivers from the stretch as Mock gets a hold of that one. It's popped up high and deep, but foul as it carries over towards that fenced and bushed area. And it's a hard hit, strike 2, count is even. The 2-2 to Mock, missing for a ball. Now it's a full count to Eli Mock at 3-2. It's Easton Rarick, the runner, over at first. Kobe Sen on deck. Payoff pitch from Kipe as the runner takes off for second. The throw on the way and the tag not in time. Rarick is safe at second base, and what probably actually would have been a near heart attack is erased as Mock ends up walking anyways, so Rarick would have been safe regardless. But that does put runners on first and second. Still no way here for Kobe Sen. Sen will look to do some damage to start off Game 2 as the Stars are staring a 3-0 deficit in the face, but already in a good position to make a few of those runs up. First pitch to Sen is taken high for a ball. 1-0 the count. Kipe from the stretch. That pitch catching the zone. It was a breaking ball for strike 1. Even count to Sen. The 1-1 inside for ball 2. Sen leaning back a little bit. Hitters count now for Kobe Sen as Kipe will look to fight back in the count. Pitch on the way, and it's ball 3. Should Sen walk, that would load the bases for Colton Almy, who's on deck, the cleanup hitter. Big pitch up coming from Kipe. And it's going to be popped up by Sen. That one carrying deep. It has a chance. And it is over the wall, a home run for Kobe Sen. A 3-run shot, and it's a tie game. My goodness. Well, that's certainly one way to make up the 3-run deficit. They did it all with one swing of the bat. 3-3, and that brings up Colton Almy off the 3-run shot by Kobe Sen. And Almy will have a tough act to follow as he'll settle in with the bases empty and still 0 away for the Stars.
The 3-run homer for Sen brings up center fielder number 16, Colton Almy.
First pitch to Almy is taken for strike 1. Here's the 0-1, and that one inside to Almy. Evens the count. High scoring first inning here between the Governors and the Stars. 3 runs apiece. And as I kind of alluded to earlier, as that pitch comes in for strike 2, the Governors scoring as many runs as they scored in game 1 and inning 1 of game 2, as that one is going to be given a ride by Almy. And that one's going to drop for a base hit. And the Stars' sticks continue to shine as Almy thinking extra bases, and now he's taking off for third. And the throw is not going to come. It's a stand-up triple for Colton Almy.
As a stand-up triple for Colton Almy to center field. And that brings up first baseman number 18, Andy Mock.
Andy Mock will settle in now with Almy on third and still 0 away. Oftentimes you hear about players hitting for the cycle. Well, the Stars are already well on their way to hitting for the cycle as a team. They only have the double left. Mock missing that one just barely as he fouls it off for strike 1. Hard to believe already that the Stars are in position to take the lead here with Almy over at third base. That pitch missing outside to Mock to even the count. Saw a sacrifice fly on the top of the first, and it would be a position to do it here in the bottom of the first. Mock swinging through that pitch for strike 2. One and 2 count now. Kipe's pitch is going to be lined hard and foul as it carries well over on top of those batting cages. You see over by the bullpen area. Count remains at 1 and 2. And the 1-2 missing outside to Mock to even the count. Here's the 2-2. And Mock rocks that one, carrying out towards left field, and that's over the head of Patton, and that's going to score Almy. And just like that, the Stars take the lead as Andy Mock slides in with style to second base. And right on cue as well, the Stars as a team have already hit for the cycle.
Colton Almy brings up left fielder number 11, Caden Graff.
Caden Graff up next, and it's been nothing but good times here thus far for the Stars in the bottom of the first, and Caden Graff is going to try and let the good times roll, as we'll have a meeting on the mound here. Kipe will huddle up with his infield and his coach after being shaken up here in the first inning. 4 runs without an out here for the Stars, as they have come bursting out of the cannon to answer the call. The Governors were looking pretty good in the top of the first. They got 3 runs on 4 hits, and now the Stars one-upping them with 4 runs on 4 hits. Meeting quickly adjourned here for the Governors, as it looks like this Governor Kipe will not be recalled just yet. He'll stay back out on the mound and try and look for the first out of the inning here in Caden Graff. That pitch also missing for a ball. 2-0. Andy Mock, the runner on second. Caden Graff, then Tate Gustafson and Jackson Beiswinger, the 3-2 up. Now the count 3-0 to Graff, as that one just couldn't quite catch the outside part of the zone. Hitters count, and Graff is going to be looking for his dream pitch right here. Otherwise that bat will be glued to his shoulder. But no dreams for Caden Graff right there, as that one high and tight for strike 1. The 3-1 misses. No, it caught the part of the zone. It was a delayed call from the umpire. And just like that, it's a full count, 3-2, and Kipe looking for a big first out, and he might get it. And an intense battle here with Graff. Payoff pitch upcoming. And he misses for ball 4. Graff will walk. And another runner reaches base for the Stars, as that brings up the number 7 man, Tate Gustafson. So the first 6 hitters for the Stars have all reached base. That is certainly one way to answer back, as the Stars have blown up, going full supernova here in inning 1. Gustafson's got 2 on with no away. And the first pitch, a breaking ball to Gustafson for strike 1. Oh, 1 on the way. And Gustafson swinging through that for strike 2. Pitcher's count now for Kipe at 0-2. Maybe a little bit of momentum on his side in this at-bat. Kipe from the stretch has it chopped just foul. Bouncing around in that turf, and the count remains at 0-2. And a big MVP for today might be that turf, as we had a fair amount of rain this morning throughout the wee hours of the AM up until about noon or so. But thanks to turf and probably just some pretty dry grass in the outfield, able to play this ball game, as that one coming in inside to Gustafson for the first ball of the at-bat. It was much needed rain at that. Got to be thankful that Mother Nature held off and saved the rain for after the 4th of July. So it looks like that is actually going to be a hit by pitch. It got a piece of Gustafson, and Gustafson will reach base, and now the base is loaded.
Hitter number 13, Jackson Beiswinger.
Jackson Beiswinger with the bases juiced, and still, say it with me if you know what's coming next. 0 outs. First pitch to Beiswinger, outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That one is going to be driven in towards the outfield. It's carrying back. Does it have a chance? And it's gone. Jackson Beiswinger, a grand slam.
That is a grand slam for designated hitter Jackson Beiswinger.
4 more runs come in, and just like that, it's 8-3. And the Stars continue to shoot and shine here at Starion Bank Field. It's a 5-run lead. You know what they say, load them all up and then bring them all home with the big whopper. That's exactly what Biswinger did. The Stars have used the long ball to their advantage here.
For the Governors.
They have gotten 7 of their 8 runs via the home run. It's the Bomba Squad North Dakota edition. As we'll have another mound visit, as Kipe has now been tagged for 8 unanswered runs. And that grand slam has really broken this game open. Ethan Claus and then the top of the order, and Easton Rarick and Eli Mock, the 3-2 up. And now the Stars are mathematically guaranteed to bat around here in the first inning. Looks like we have a new face out there for the Governors, and I believe it's going to be Luke Pengilly. Luke Pengilly will come in and pitch, as the Governors have quickly gone from a 3-0 lead to 8-3 deficit. We'll see what Luke Pengilly will do here for Bismarck, as they've got a lot of catching up to do. But first things first, they got to get some outs, as there are still 0 outs here in inning number 1. Pengilly will warm up. And we're going to take a quick break as Pengilly gets a few pitches in, and be right back with the remainder of the bottom of a mammoth first inning for the Stars here on Magnitude Sports.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. GoPromo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, just go promo. Visit justgopromo.com.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
Alrighty, we rejoin you here in the bottom of the first inning. Base is empty for Ethan Claus after the grand slam by Jackson Biswinger. That's what's put your score at 8-3 here. The Stars striking hard and striking back in the bottom of the first inning with 8 unanswered runs off of 5 hits. Here is Ethan Claus, the number 9 hitter, and he'll be the first batter that Luke Pengilly will face.
For the post 400 Stars, right fielder number 15, Ethan Claus.
One of the oddities here, the way that baseball is scored, I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure that the starting pitcher for Bismarck, as that one is shown bunt, and Claus lays it down but foul. But Ryan Kipe is going to be credited with 0.0 innings pitched, as he didn't get an out, despite pitching probably around 20 minutes or so of baseball, because they measure innings pitched by thirds, and those thirds, of course, being outs. The count is 0-1 to Claus. And he takes the second pitch for strike 2. It's a quick 0-2 count. Pengilly will look for a much-needed first out right here for Bismarck. And he won't get it on that pitch, as it misses outside for a ball. 1-2 to Ethan Claus, who will look to be the gift that keeps on giving for the Stars. One-two missing low to Claus, and it's an even count. Two from Pengilly is swung on and missed for strike 3. The first pitch to Rarick is taken for a ball. chops at and fouls it off to even the count. Even count now to the shortstop. And Rarick gets a hold of that one. It's popped up high out towards right field. But Machenbacher will put the squeeze on it for out number 2. And a sigh of relief for Bismarck. As that one exploding off the bat but dying down a little bit for the fly out. Here's Eli Mock, who reached on a base on balls his last time up. He's 0 for 0. First pitch to Mock is taken. Strike 1. 0-1 dealing, breaks, just couldn't quite break back into the zone. And it's an even count to Mock. The 1-1 from Pengili. Misses outside for a ball. Two one on the way, and that one missing out, or low, excuse me, for ball 3. Mock with a hitter's count. (3-1) for ball 4, and Mock will walk for the second time today. Runner on first for Kobe Sen.
Second baseman number 10, Kobe Sen.
Last time Kobe Sen was up, he sent it deep out towards those bushes out in left field. 1 for 1 with a home run, a 3-run shot. One of the 2 home runs thus far in this inning for the Stars. First pitch to Sen is outside for ball 1 as the throw from Stifle comes back over to Johnson, not in time. Here's the 1-0. Swing is checked, but the pitch is a strike to Sen. Even count. Here's the 1-1. That one taken for strike 2. It's a pitcher's count now to Sen at 1-2, and Pengili looking to finish off this first inning. The 1-2 popped up high, should be playable. Drifting over is the shortstop Pigors, and Pigors makes the catch for out number 3, and that's going to do it for the first inning. And man, oh man, oh man, what a response from the Stars. 8-3 your score as the Stars get 8 runs on 5 hits, including a 3-run home run and a grand slam. We'll be right back with the top of the second, see if the Governors can answer the answer right after this.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
Alrighty, welcome back here to inning number 2. Top of the second about to get underway here. 8-3 your score. The Stars leading the Governors by 5 after a high-scoring explosion here in inning number 1. As we're looking at a game time right now of 41 minutes in inning number 1. Somewhere Rob Manfred probably having a stroke. This was a long but an exciting first inning between these two teams. Some offensive fireworks after a low-scoring pitchers duel in Game 1. Here is Carson Machenbacher, who will be starting off inning number 2 for the Governors. The number 9 hitter. It's Machenbacher, Euler, and Walker, the 3 due up.
And now batting, Carson Machenbacher.
The first pitch to Machenbacher is taken for ball 1. A name that may sound familiar for some of you that tuned in to Magnitude's coverage of basketball this season. As Machenbacher drives that one out towards the outfield, coming in from right field and making the catch is Ethan Claus for out number 1. Not 100% sure if Machenbacher is related to Ian Machenbacher, the man I was referring to. Just like that, I'm not sure if Ethan Claus is related to Santa Claus. That brings up Jackson Euler, the leadoff man, 0 for 1 with a flyout. And the bunt being shown, the umpire saying that he went on a swing for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Another check swing, but that one pulled back in time as that's inside to Euler for a ball. Even count, 1 apiece. From the windup, here's Jaroszewski as that pitch comes in and gets the outside part of the zone for strike 2. 1-2 now the count to the leadoff man, Euler. Euler fouls that one off. The 1-2. That one is hit over towards third base. Mock down on the hop, and the throw not on point as Euler will be safe and now taking off for second. Jackson Euler will reach second base as that'll start off the base running here in inning 2 for the Governors. And he'll reach on an error.
Error puts the runner on, brings up designated hitter number 2, Crew Walker.
Crew Walker up next, and Crew Walker walked his last time up. He's 0 for 0 in the game. He's got Euler on second with 1 away. First pitch high to Walker for ball 1. One and 0 the count. That one is going to be fouled off to even the count to Walker. Here's the 1-1. And it's going to be hit up the middle over towards second. Sen fields the grounder, fires over to first for out number 2 as Euler will advance over to third.
Second advances the runner to third and brings up number 7, shortstop Isaac Pigors.
Isaac Pigors up next. He's 1 for 1 with a double in this game. He's got Jackson Euler over at third. He'll look to keep inning number 2 alive for the Governors as they're going to have to try and cut into this 5-run deficit now throughout the game. First pitch to Pigors is a ball. Excuse me, a strike. 0-1 the count. And the second pitch nearly catching the zone, but couldn't quite weasel its way back in. 1-1 to Pigors. Jarzewski from the stretch as the runner jogs his way in a little bit, Euler does. But no throw from Gustafson. And the count is now at 2-1. That one going to be hit hard over towards short. Down on a knee is Rarick, firing over to first, and the scoop got him. What a play by Easton Rarick to end the inning. That's going to do it for the top of the second, as no runs come across for the Governors and no hits. They leave a runner on first, and the score remains 8-3 here on Magnitude. Back with the bottom of the second right after this.
Go Promo is your go-to for custom apparel, screen printing, embroidery, and hundreds of other promotional products. Put your company logo on a t-shirt, jacket, calendar, mouse pad, pen, or even a backdrop display for an upcoming event. Possibilities are absolutely endless at justgopromo.com. You can also easily set up an online apparel store for your sports team or business. Email or call Twyla, and she'll set up the store, set up collection for online payments, and even deliver your products packaged and ready to go. Email her today, Twyla at justgopromo.com, or call 388-4852. Go Promo. Consider it branded.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
Alrighty, welcome back in action down here, about ready to get the bottom of the second inning underway.
Astros trail 2-0 to Devil's Lake, but they have no outs and the bases loaded.
As you might have
Nissen is up to bat.
As you might have been able to hear that update over the PA. Game 2 underway between the Astros and Devil's Lake. Devil's Lake leading 2-0 as Colby Nissen settles in with, I believe it was the bases loaded and no outs. Meanwhile, over here, 8-3 your score as the Stars lead the Governors by 5. And they'll look to tack onto that lead, as it's going to be part of the order due up Almy, Mock, and Graff, the 4, 5, and 6 hitter. Colton Almy digging in first, and he's 1 for 1 with a triple in this game. A lot of extra base hits for the Stars. Almy amongst them. He'll face off against Luke Pengilly for the first time, as Pengilly came in for an inning of relief pitching, as I was talking about earlier. Got all 3 outs in the first inning. And he'll look to keep that rolling here in inning number 2. Tough task here for this fireman as count turns to 1-1. Even count pitch to Almy is hit hard and foul. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pengilly from the windup deals as it's popped up foul the other way, and the count remains at 1-2. Pitch on the way, and Almy pops it up. That one carrying out towards the outfield. It has a chance to drop, and it will drop. It's going to drop for an extra base hit. And that's the second extra base hit for Colton Almy. He's now 2 for 2 with a triple and a double. A triple-double for Colton Almy.
That's a double for Colton Almy. That brings up first baseman number 18, Andy Mock.
Andy Mock up next, and Mock with a double of his own. That one coming back in the first inning. Runner on second and no away for Mock. Mock gets a hold of that one. Is that one heading out towards left field? And Patton snags the liner for out number 1.
Line drive fly out to left. Brings up number 7. Check that, number 11. Left fielder, Caden Graff.
Caden Graff up next, who walked his first time up. He's got Almy on second with 1 away. First pitch to Graff is outside for a ball. 1-0 to the left fielder. That pitch missing low for ball 2. Graf has the advantage over Pengele thus far at a 2-0 count. Now 2-1 as Pengele drops that one in for a strike. Here's the stretch pitch. And Graf lays off a tempting pitch to make the count 3-1. Here's the hitter's count dealing. And Graf swinging through that for a strike 2. Pengele dropped that one a fastball lower in the zone. Caught him off guard, and it's a full count, 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch, and it misses for ball 4. Graf will walk for the second time today as Stifel's throw coming in hot, but not hot enough as Almy slides in safely.
Graf brings up catcher number 3, Tate Gustafson.
Here's Tate Gustafson. Gustafson's got 2 on with 1 away, and he reached base on balls his first time up. First pitch, Gustafson lays off for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 from Pengele, and that one nearly getting in the zone. But close, but not quite. Even at 1 apiece. That one, a breaking ball swung on and chopped foul for strike 2. It's a 1-2 count to the catcher, Gustafson. Pengele on the verge of a big second out. And it's going to be popped up, driven out towards center field. Going back is Euler. Euler back near the wall, making the catch for out number 2 as Almy will tag up and advance to third.
Fly out to center, advances a runner to third, and brings up designated hitter.
Now runners on the
13,
corners
Jackson
for the man of the moment,
Beiswinger.
Jackson Beiswinger. Beiswinger with a grand slam back in the first inning. He's got 2 on with 2 down here in inning number 2. First pitch to Beiswinger. He fouls off the other way for strike 1. Owen won the count to the DH. Beiswinger popping that one up the other way. Should be dropping foul, and it is for strike 2. It's a quick 0-2 count. And the Governors closing in on ending inning number 2. Here is the 0-2. And Beiswinger taps it just foul. Count remains at 0-2 as all 3 pitches have been met by the bat of Beiswinger, but have not been put in play. It's 3 straight foul balls. Oh, 0-2 pitch on the outside, taking off for second as the runner. The throw not on point as Almy will come in and score. Graf is safe at second.
stolen base scores a run.
So now it's 9-3. It's a 6-run game for the Stars. And Beiswinger stays alive in the count at 1-2. Kraft now at second after the steal. And Beiswinger swinging through that one for strike 3. Pengele retiring Jackson by swinging. And just like that, that'll do it for the second inning as the Stars get one more run. They now lead 9-3 here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Back with more baseball right after this quick word from your sponsor.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
From Devil's Lake, the Astros scored 2 more, and they now lead 7-2 in the top of the second.
Well, you heard it here first. The Astros now leading 7-2 in the second inning versus Devil's Lake after a series of runs coming in. It was a 3-run double thanks to a few errors as well by Job Fryer. And we don't quite have a name yet responsible for those 2 more runs. It was the double that made it 5-2. But now the Astros lead 7-2. And here the Stars lead 9-3 over the Governors. It's Ben Patton leading things off in inning number 3 for Bismarck. And he starts it off by fouling off the first pitch. Patton is 1 for 1 on the game with a single coming back earlier on in the first inning. 0-1 pitch misses for ball 1. Even count to Patton. Pitch on the way, and Patton puts it in the dirt over towards third. Mock coming in, his throw on the way, and he got him for out number 1. Mock to Mock, and it's 1 down. That brings up Jack Johnson, who had a sac fly back in the first inning, scoring the first run of the game.
That's the Mock connection for the 5-3 ground out. That brings up first baseman number 8, Jack Johnson.
First pitch, Johnson puts in the dirt for a foul ball. Here's the 0-1. Johnson popping that one up in foul territory. And right above our heads comes crashing down on the roof for a loud strike 2. Jaschewski looking for the punch out right here. The 0-2, and got him looking for strike 3. Jack Johnson was sitting, waiting, wishing for another pitch. And he goes down for out number 2.
The strikeout for Jaschewski brings up catcher number 17, Miles Stifle.
Miles Stifle up next. He's 1 for 1 with a single. The first pitch to Stifle is taken for ball 1. Two down now here in inning number 3 for Bismarck. So you're now just over an hour into this ball game, an hour and a minute to be exact. That one going to be lifted up towards the outfield and get a drop into the gap between Olmi and Claus for a base hit. Stifle on with the second hit of the game, and it's his second single of the game. He's 2 for 2.
The hit to right center puts Stifle on base, brings up third baseman number 19, Noah Riedinger.
Noah Riedinger up next, and he's 1 for 1 with a single of his own. First pitch taken for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. That one hit hard over towards third, and Mock doing his best to try and knock it down, but it's going to get past. And that's going to put Riedinger on first.
Hard hit to left.
Should be the second single of the game for Riedinger.
Carter Clipfell.
That brings up Carter Clipfell with 2 on and 2 down. Clipfell 0 for 1 with a ground out. And that play right there, once again proving why third base is called the hot corner. Clipfell will call time. First pitch, and Clipfell showing bunt. He gets a piece of it, but the price he pays is a strike. Count is 0-1. That one going to be lifted out towards center field. Drifting back is Almy. And Almy leaping. He can't make the catch. It's going to be an extra base hit for Carter Clipfell. And some runs are going to score here for Bismarck. The throw over to third, and they got him. Oh my goodness, what a turn of events right there as Clipfell tried to stretch it to 3. That's only going to score 1 run for Bismarck as they make it 4-9. And that's going to do it here for the top of the 3rd inning. We're going to be right back with more baseball here as we turn things over. It's a 9-4 game here on Magnitude Sports. As things will be sorted out officially here. But that's going to do it for inning number 3 as we head towards the the bottom of the 3rd. We'll be right back with more right after this.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
Alrighty, about to get the bottom of the 3rd inning underway here as the Governors tack home 1 run in the top of the 3rd. Nearly got 2, but it was the runner tagged out at third base. That brings us here to the bottom of the 3rd. It's going to be Ethan Claus, and then the top of the order in Easton Rarick and Eli Mock, the 3-2 up, as the Stars hold on to a 5-run lead here. So we're approaching the 1/3 mark of this ball game, if my math checks out. I do know for certain that in between in the middle of the 4th inning would be the halfway mark. That'll be a task I'll tackle at a different time as Ethan Claw is going to start off the bottom of the 3rd. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and he takes the first pitch for strike 1. One pitch is a breaking ball in for strike 2. It's a quick 0-2 count to Claus. Pengele deals, and that one is fouled off. Claus will stay alive. Here's another 0-2, and that one in the dirt for a ball. One and two offering on the way. And Claus swings through it for strike three. He goes down on strikes for the second time today. That's one down for the top of the order.
Two for Pengele brings us back to the top of the order. Shortstop number 2, Easton Rarick.
Rarick is 1 for 2 with a single and a flyout in this game. First pitch is a breaking ball to Rarick for strike one. Oh, 1 count. Rarick lays off that one as it's taken for a ball. Even count to the leadoff shortstop. Pengele's pitch missing low for a ball, 2-1. That one a breaking ball in for strike two. Count now even to Rarick at 2 apiece. Pengele on the verge of out number 2. Two offering is chopped foul right off of the bat of Rarick, and then the arm of Rarick. Out of play, and the count remains even. Time will be called before the pitch can come in. Here's the pitch, and it's chopped foul. Rarick fouls off the second straight pitch and will continue to fight. It's 2-2. Pengele winds up and fires on the outside part for a ball. 3-2 the count. Unofficially now 50 pitches on the night for Luke Pengele. Here's the payoff pitch. Pitched 51, and it's taken for ball 4. Rarick will take his base and head over to first base, and that brings up Eli Mock, who's taken his base twice already. Mock 0 for 0 with 2 walks in this ball game. Could he get the hat trick right here? First pitch in for a strike to Mock. They say that a golden sombrero is when you strike out 4 times in a game. Probably the closest thing that we have to a hat trick here in baseball, but it's certainly not something that you want to attain. Mock will walk again, albeit this time a little bit of assistance from the baseball hitting him. But Eli Mock will be hit by a pitch. He's now 0 for 0 in his reach base. All 3 times he's made a plate appearance. Now here's Kobe Sen, who's 1 for 2 with a home run and then a flyout. He's got 2 on with 1 away. Pitch on the way to Sen, and it's a ball. And the number 3 hitter leads the count at 1-0. Pengele kicks and fires as that one is taken. The throw over to first is not on point. And now taking off for third is going to be Rarick, and Rarick slides in safe on a bang-bang play. Count is even to Sen at 1 apiece. And some chants from the crowd here Runners on the corners for Sen now. Sen lays off that pitch as it misses the zone, 2-1. Laying off a tempting fastball. Pengoli's pitch on the way. The runner taking off for second. The throw is not in time, and now the runner from third, Rarick, coming in home. And it's 10-4, the Stars back with a 6-run lead. Mock was essentially maybe the decoy on that as he took off and forced the throw, and just like that, heading in home to score is Rarick, and it's 10-4. 3-1 the count to Sen with Mock the runner on second. Pitch on the way, and Sen missing that one, but getting a piece of it to stay alive. Foul ball to fill up the count at 3-2. Payoff pitch. And it pays off for Sen. Sen will walk and put runners on first and second. Here comes a man who's probably getting pretty ready for fall because he's been raking thus far. 2 for 2 with a triple and a double. It's Colton Almy. And Almy will look to not leave these runners on base in Mock and Sen. First pitch is swung through by Almy for strike one. Here's the 0-1. And it's taken. Strike two the call, and it's a quick 0-2 count to Colton Almy. Now Almy will step out. Oh, 0-2 pitch. Almy gets a hold of that one. It's carrying out towards the depths of the outfield. And that one is gone. Colton Almy with a home run. Unbelievable. It's an avalanche of homers here for the Stars. And just like that, it's 13-4. It's a 9-run game, and Colton Almy with a double, a triple, and a homer.
It's a 3-run home run for Colton Almy.
Unbelievable scenes here at Starion Bank Field. Now the skipper going to make the long walk out from his dugout. We'll see if that's the end of the night for Pengoli, as Pengoli has now been pegged for a home run himself. This has been an offensive explosion here from the Stars as they've scored 13 here through 2 1/3 innings of baseball. As it was an ideal start for the Governors. They scored 3 in the top of the first, and it was looking like it would be a Governor game here as they were trying to get the sweep. But now they've got to sweep up a little bit of a mess that they've made right here as the Stars 8 in the first, 1 in the second, now 4 here in the third, and they've still got 2 outs to play with. It's going to be Andy Mock due up. Mock is 1 for 2 with a double and a fly out. He's got the bases empty after the home run, and looks like it will be Pengoli that will remain out there.
Number 18, first baseman Andy Mock.
First pitch to Mock, he swings through for strike one. Here's the 0-1. That one bouncing in the dirt. Nice pick right there by Stifle, albeit with no runners on base. Just mere aesthetics right there, as it evens the count at 1 apiece. Now that pitch missing outside to make it 2-1. Mock takes that pitch, and it's taken for a strike to even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Andy Mock. And Mock watches that one low for a ball. Full count at 3-2. Payoff pitch is hit hard on the ground over towards third. Reininger firing over to first base, and a nice scoop right there by Jack Johnson for out number 2. The ground out brings up Caden Graff.
Fielder, number 11, Caden Graff.
Caden Graff 0 for 0 with 2 walks in the game. And a home run as well. Just being facetious right there. As you might have heard the announcement earlier. Graff getting a hold of this one. And he flies out to center field to end the inning. So Graff now 0 for 1 on the ball game after the flyout. And the runs continuing to pour in here for the Stars. It's 13-4, a 9-run lead for post 400 as the Colton Olney home run brings home 3 of the 4 runs. We'll be right back with the 4th inning right after this.
Go Promo is your go-to for custom apparel, screen printing, embroidery, and hundreds of other promotional products. Put your company logo on a t-shirt, jacket, calendar, mouse pad, pen, or even a backdrop display for an upcoming event. Possibilities are absolutely endless at justgopromo.com. You can also easily set up an online apparel store for your sports team or business. Email or call Twyla, and she'll set up the store, set up collection for online payments, and even deliver your products packaged and ready to go. Email her today, Twyla at justgopromo.com, or call 388-4852. Go Promo. Consider it branded.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
Alrighty, we rejoin you here on Magnitude Sports. 13-4 your score. The Stars leading the Governors by 9 as we approach the 4th inning. It's going to be Carson Machenbacher, Jackson Euler, and Crew Walker, the 3 up for the Governors here in the top of the 4th, as they'll be facing off against Jake Jaroszewski, who will be back out on the mound. Got the start, and he's got plenty of run support thus far, as the Stars 8 runs in the first, 1 in the second, and then 4 in the third. Governors have a little bit of catching up to do, and we'll try and get it started right here. Machenbacher 0 for 1 with a flyout, and the first pitch he sees is hit. It's a diving stop by Mock, and the throw not going to come in time. It was an impressive stop by Mock, and would have been near Sports Center worthy had it gotten the out, but it will put Machenbacher on first to lead things off for Bismarck.
Hard hit to first, infield hit.
Ruled as a single.
Brings us back to the top of the
Brings
order.
up Jackson Euler, who's 0 for 2. Flew out and then reached on an error his last time up. Euler getting a hold of the first pitch, and that one gonna drop for a base hit. Just what the doctor ordered here for the Governors in the 4th inning. 2 straight hits. And it brings up the DH Crew Walker. Walker 0 for 1, walked and then grounded out his last time up. He's got 2 on and no outs. First pitch on the way to Walker, and Walker hitting that one over the head of Mock at third. That's going to be a base hit, and that's going to score Machenbacher. It's a 1-run single for Crew Walker, and the Governors have come roaring back here in this inning. Isaac Pegor's up next. He's 1 for 2 with a double and a ground out.
Brings up shortstop number 7, Isaac Pegors.
Time will be called first as the infield will come in. Talk things over with Jacob Jaroszewski. The Governors looking threatening here in inning number 4. They had a big first inning. They were able to snag 1 run at the tail end of inning 3. But already now with 1 run and 2 on with 3 outs to play with, it's Pegors, Patton, and Johnson, the 3 up. There's been 3 straight hits to start off for the Governors as they've made it an 8-run game. Of course, those of you watching at home might be familiar as well with the 10-run rule. The Post 400 Stars lead by 10 or more after 5 innings, then that concludes the game. Governors making wise now to try and prevent it from even getting to 10 as they chip into this lead. First things first, they got to keep this game alive if they want to pull off the miraculous. First pitch to Pegors, misses high for a ball. 1-0 the count. Jaroszewski pitches, and it's swung through by Pegors to even the count. 1-1 now. Here's the even count pitch. And it misses inside for a ball. Nice job to knock it down by Gustafson. Count is 2-1. Here's the pitch from the stretch, and it's going to be driven out towards the outfield. That one carrying back deep. That one has a chance, and that one is gone. Unbelievable. It's raining home runs here at Starion Bank Field, and now it's Isaac Pegors' turn. A 3-run shot, and that makes it a 13-8 ball game.
That's a 3-run home run for Isaac Pegors.
Now just a 5-run game after it being a 9-run game to go into the inning, as the Governors have their biggest inning thus far. 4 runs and still 3 outs to play with as it brings up Ben Patton.
To the plate, left fielder number 9, Ben Patton.
First pitch to Patton, taken for strike 1. That one missing outside to even the count. Here's the 1-1. It's a breaking ball that misses the zone to make it 2-1. Pitch missing to Patton to make the count 3 balls and 1 strike. Hitters count to Patton with Jack Johnson on deck. Or excuse me, it's a 2-2 count. Patton hits that one hard on the ground. It's a diving stop. Rarick knocks it down, but he's not going to be able to make the play, and Patton's going to be safe at first.
Infield hit.
Going to be ruled as a hit. We'll bring up Jack Johnson. Johnson 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly, and then he struck out his last time up. Now another meeting on the mound as coach will come walking back on out. And we'll see if that'll do it here for Jake Jaroszewski here in game 2. And I believe that is going to be the case as we see some movement around the diamond.
Still in the bottom of the second, 2 outs, and the Astros lead 12-3 over Devils Lake.
Now we also are hearing that the Astros are having a bit of offensive success themselves with a 12-3 lead over Devil's Lake, and it is going to be a new pitcher, and it looks to be, I believe that is going to be Ethan Claus that'll be coming in to pitch. And it is, so Ethan Claus will come in for relief. And while he warms up, we're going to take a quick break and be right back. Top of the fourth, no outs here for Jack Johnson. Ethan Claus warming up. Back.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Alrighty, so back in action now here. Top of the fourth inning, 0 outs for Jack Johnson. It looks like the new outfielder for Ethan Claus is going to be Jackson Beiswinger. At least from the looks of things, Beiswinger will slide on over from the DH position. As Ethan Claus will settle on to the mound now for the Stars. As their lead has gone from 9-5 here. 13-8 your score in the top of the fourth, as the fireworks have come a few days late here at Starion, as it's been an offensive firestorm. 21 combined runs between these two teams, and we're not even through 4 yet, as that one is going to be hit over the head of the shortstop, Rarick. Another base hit. Jack Johnson joining in on the fun. Patton goes over to second on the single.
That brings up number 17, catcher Miles Stifle.
Here's Miles Stifle, who's 2 for 2 with 2 singles in the game. He's got 2 on with 0 away. Here's the first pitch to Stifle. And it misses for a ball. Already a total of 13 hits on the game for the Governors, as opposed to 7 for the Stars. 20 combined hits and 21 combined runs. That one is chopped in the ground. Probably won't be hit number 22. That one is caught for out number 1. Stifle grounds out.
Connection for the first down.
Runners will advance over to second and third.
Noah Riedinger.
And it brings up Noah Riedinger, who's also 2 for 2 with 2 singles. He's got 2 in scoring position with 1 away. First pitch to Riedinger. Low for a ball. Now here's the 1-0 from the stretch. That one is going to be popped up by Riedinger. Over in foul territory, might be playable. And it is, and it's caught for out number 2. Andy Mock with the catch in foul territory. Runners will hold up at their bases, as that brings up Carter Klipfel. And Klipfel is 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts.
Plate for the Bismarck Governors, second baseman, number 10, Carter Klipfel.
To Johnson at second and Patton at third for Klipfel. First pitch of the at-bat is taken for ball one. Here's the 1-0 from Claus. And it's going to be lined in towards the outfield. Coming in from left field and making the catch is Caden Graff for the third out of the inning. That's going to do it here for the top of the fourth, but it's the Governors striking back and cutting it from a 9-run lead to a 5-run lead for the Stars. It's 13-8 on Magnitude Sports. Bottom of the fourth coming up right after this.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
Post 400 Astros now lead 15-3 in the top of the third.
Astros leading 15-3 in the top of the third over Devils Lake, if you couldn't quite catch that. As it's 13-8 over here in Fargo. The Stars with a 5-run lead in what's been a back-and-forth offensive showcase thus far. And we'll see what the Stars have up their sleeve this time around, as they've scored in every inning thus far. And they'll look to keep that streak alive, as their lead has shrunk by 4 after 4 runs in the top of the fourth for the Governors. It's going to be Tate Gustafson leading things off. Gustafson 0 for 1, walked and then flew out his last time up. Gustafson will be followed by Jackson Beiswinger and then Ethan Claus. The 7, 8, and 9 hitters, the 3 do up here for the Stars in the bottom of the fourth.
Tate Gustafson.
First pitch, and Gustafson hits that one the other way. That one carrying back towards the outfield. And it's going to be caught by the right fielder for out number 1, Machenbacher.
A fly out to deep right will bring up designated hitter number 13, Jackson Beiswinger.
Also a new pitcher out on the mound here for the Governors, as it's going to be Jackson Klipfel, who will come in for Pengili. Jackson Beiswinger up next. He hit a grand slam his first time up and then struck out in his previous at-bat. The count is 0-1 to Beiswinger. Here's the second pitch from Klipfel, and that one misting outside for a ball. Even to Beiswinger at 1-1. That pitch inside for strike 2. 1-2 the count. The 1-2 is fouled off by Beiswinger. He'll stay alive. Count remaining at 1-2. That pitch on the outside part, but couldn't catch the zone. Even at 2. Now here is the 2-2 pitch, and that one, Beiswinger fouling off as well and continuing to stay alive in what's been an at-bat, a battle of an at-bat. Klipfel looking for out number 2 right here. But Beiswinger's been a tough out thus far. Beiswinger hits that one over towards second, and Carter Klipfel helps out Jackson Klipfel. For out number 2, the ground out.
Right fielder number 15, check that. Right fielder number 15.
Here's Ethan Claus. Claus 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts in this ball game. And he'll look to avoid a 1-2-3 inning for the Stars, as momentum has started to swing towards Bismarck. And it's a liner right towards Pegors for out number 3. That's going to do it here for the 4th. Score remains 13-8. We'll be right back with more baseball right after this.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You can capture the moments and memories of this game and all of our past sports broadcasts on DVD. It makes a great gift for a parent, relative, son, or daughter. Please allow 1 to 2 weeks for standard delivery. Place your order now, quickly and easily at msportsnet.com/DVD.
Alrighty, back in action here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. It's going to be Carson Machenbacher who will be leading things off here in the top of the 5th for the Governors, and it's a 1-0 count. Second pitch on the way from Claus as he operates out of the stretch, but first time is going to be called. Five-run game here after a 1-2-3 inning for the Stars. Their first scoreless inning of the game. That pitch missing the zone to make it 2-0. Or excuse me, 1-1. Even count pitch to Machenbacher. That one missing inside for ball 2, 2-1 the count. Claus from the stretch. Fires that one a fastball. That one catching the lower part of the zone for strike 2. It's back to an even count. Machenbacher, who's 1 for 2 with the flyout and a single, will look to protect the plate here at 2-2. And the even count pitch is chopped over towards second base. And Sen fires over to first, and it's a bang-bang play and 1 away.
Ground out to second.
1 down for Jackson Euler, the top of the order. Euler 1 for 3 at the flyout, reached on an error and then singled his last time up. The first pitch to the leadoff man is popped up high. And it's going to be snagged by the shortstop Rarick for out number 2. So Rarick drifting out into the grass to make the catch. And it brings up Crew Walker. Walker 1 for 2, walked, grounded out, and then singled. Been a full day for him at the plate thus far. He settles in with the bases empty and 2 away. Time will be called. Now Walker will reset. Claus deals as Walker slaps that one the other way. It's carrying out towards the outfield wall, and it's a leaping catch made out in left field by Caton Graff for the 3rd out of the inning. And it's the 2nd straight 1-2-3 frame. Scoreline remains 8-13 as we head towards the bottom of the 5th right after this.
Go Promo is your go-to for custom apparel, screen printing, embroidery, and hundreds of other promotional products. Put your company logo on a t-shirt, jacket, calendar, mouse pad, pen, or even a backdrop display for an upcoming event. Possibilities are absolutely endless at justgopromo.com. You can also easily set up an online apparel store for your sports team or business. Email or call Twyla, and she'll set up the store, set up collection for online payments, and even deliver your products packaged and ready to go. Email her today, Twyla at justgopromo.com, or call 388-4852. Go Promo. Consider it branded.
Alrighty, we rejoin you here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Score remains 13-8 here after back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. We'll see if all the power has been sapped out of the bats or if they'll come back alive here in the bottom of the 5th as the top of the order is due up for the Stars in Easton Rarick, Eli Mock, and Kobe Sen. They'll face off against Jackson Klipfeld, who came in for relief in the past inning and did pretty well for himself. He got that 1-2-3 inning. Now we'll look to repeat the feat here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch to Rarick is a strike. Here's the 0-1. And that one's hit right back up the middle. It's a base hit for Rarick to lead things off. Easton Rarick with his 2nd hit of the game. It's a single up the middle. And that brings up Eli Mock. Eli Mock, 0 for 0 on the ball game. Walked twice and then hit by a pitch. And he'll look to maybe keep that peculiar streak alive. Reaching base without an at-bat, that is. Or maybe he'll reach base with an at-bat as he swings on the first pitch foul. But regardless, Mock and first base have been no stranger thus far today. Second pitch from Klipfel is taken high for a ball. Actually, no, it was called a strike. Must have missed the strike call from the umpire. Maybe he just said it, but the count is 0-2 as it catches the upper part of the zone. And swung through by Mock for strike 3. There's the first out of the inning. Mock goes down swinging and brings up Kobe Sen.
Second baseman number 10, Kobe Sen.
Sen 1 for 2. Homeward, flew out, and then walked his last time up. You got Rarick, the runner, on first as he takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. The 1-0 missing to make it ball 2. Dealing and Sen takes. That one a strike to make it 2-1. That pitch missing low for ball 3. Hitters count here to Kobe Sen at 3-1. He's got 1 out and 1 on. Easton Rarick, the runner on first after his single. That one hit the other way, popped up high, but foul. Carrying over into foul territory as chase was given by Johnson. But a loss that drops harmlessly to the turf. Maybe not completely harmlessly. That'll go down as strike 2 and fill up the count at 3-2. But certainly better than an out from the Stars' perspective. Full count to Sen. Payoff pitch upcoming from Klipfel. And it's going to be fouled off in almost the same exact location. Count remains full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Pitch on the way as the runner takes off. It's bouncing off of the mound and a chance for 2, and they got it. And that's going to end the inning. How about that? A bouncer of a double play. And that shuts down the Stars inning and throws them out of the club. As the scoreline remains here, 13-8, a 5-run lead for the Stars as we head towards the 6th right after this.
Go Promo is your go-to for custom apparel, screen printing, embroidery, and hundreds of other promotional products. Put your company logo on a t-shirt, jacket, calendar, mouse pad, pen, or even a backdrop display for an upcoming event. Possibilities are absolutely endless at justgopromo.com. You can also easily set up an online apparel store for your sports team or business. Email or call Twyla, and she'll set up the store, set up collection for online payments, and even deliver your products packaged and ready to go. Email her today, Twyla at justgopromo.com, or call 388-4852. Go Promo. Consider it branded.
Alrighty, well, welcome back here to Starion Bank Field, where someone should call the WWF because the bats have started dying here at an alarming rate. 3 straight scoreless innings here after an explosion of offense earlier on, and it's a 5-run game here for the Stars as they lead the Governors 13-8. Heading towards the top of the 6th inning now, it's going to be Isaac Pegors, Ben Patton, and Jack Johnson. Heart of the order due up for the Governors as they've got 5 runs to make up and 2 innings to do it. First pitch is taken. It's going to be called ball 1 to Pegors. Here's the 1-0 from Claus. That one inside for ball 2. Pegors had himself a great game thus far. A double, a ground out, and then a home run. One of the 3 home runs in this ball game. 2 for the Stars and 1 for the Governors. Here's the 2-0. That one missing low for ball 3, and it's a 3-0 count to Pegors. Claus pitching on a hitter's count, and that one down the middle for strike 1, a fastball. 3 balls and 1 strike. The 3-1 is chopped in the ground over towards third. Is it another mock to mock? And the scoop is not there. Throw was maybe a little bit off. Andy Mock couldn't quite pick it out of the dirt. And that's going to put Pegors on first. Here's Ben Patton, who's 2 for 3 with a single, a ground out, and a single. He's got a runner on first base. First pitch to Patton is popped up. And it is a leaping, laying out catch made for out number 1.
Nice play by Tate Gustafson.
Tate Gustafson stretches his body to make the first out of the inning. And another impressive play out in the field.
Bring up first baseman Jack Johnson.
As the runner obviously holding up at first. It's a runner on first with 1 down for Jack Johnson. First pitch to Johnson inside. Taken for ball 1. .1-0 from Claus. Swung on and popped up. Gustafson won't be able to stretch out for that one as it goes over the backstop as a foul ball to even the count. If he could, the government would probably take him, research him for science. Even count pitch from Claus is chopped foul for strike 2. One and 2 the count now to Jack Johnson. 1-2 dealing on the way, and Johnson fouling that one back into the screen. And the count remains at 1 and 2. Claus from the stretch has that one hit hard, carrying well out of the stadium, but foul. Third straight foul ball, the at-bat, and the count remains at 1 and 2. Now time will be called. Pitch on the way, and it's going to be hit. Dropping over towards second. They tried to get the tag over at the baseline. Nice moves by Pegors to juke out the tag, and then Sen smartly just taking the force out at first. That'll be the second out of the inning as they couldn't quite get the double play, but it sets them up nicely here for Miles Stifle with 2 away and 1
Bring
on.
up the catcher, number 17, Miles Stifle.
Stifle 2 for 3 with 2 singles and then a ground out his last time up. First pitch on the way, and it's high to Stifle for a ball. Count is 1-0 to the catcher. The second pitch missing for ball 2. Two and 0 to Stifle. And Stifle swinging on that pitch. Umpire said he got a piece of it, but it doesn't matter on a 2-0 count. It'll go down as now 2-1. In fact, it wouldn't have mattered even on a 2-strike count, as Gustafson caught that one cleanly. That's neither here nor there as the 2-1 is on the way. And it's inside for ball 3. Now hitters count to Stifle. First base is open, should he walk, and that bring up Noah Riedinger. Stifle chops that one in the dirt over towards short. Rarick over to first. Close play, and they got him. That's going to do it for the top of the 6th inning as the 6-3 groundout puts a pin in that one. Score remains 8-13 here as the pitching has really started to take over. 5-run game as you head towards the bottom of the 6th. Back with more baseball right after this.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
Alrighty, we're back in action here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Bottom of the 6th about to get started. It's 13-8. The Stars leading the Governors by 5. It's going to be Colton Almy, Andy Mock, and Caden Graff, the 3-2 up here, as they'll face off against Jackson Klipfel. And here is Colton Almy, who's got to be the last person on earth that the Governors want to see dig into the batter's box right now. Almy 3 for 3 with a triple, a double, and a home run. And if he gets a single, we'd be witnessing history. As Almy just a single away from the cycle. First pitch, Almy showing bunt and then pulling back. Maybe a bit tongue-in-cheek with that one right there as the count is 1-0. And the second pitch comes in to even the count at 1-1. Even count to the cleanup man, Almy. And now 1-2 the count as Klipfel finds the strike zone for strike 2. He's one pitch away from the first out of the 6th. And that one just missing outside. Count even at 2. Nice patience right there by Almy to lay off that one. Even count dealing. And Almy swings through it. It's a drop third strike. And he's on his horse over to first base. The throw is in time. And a nice recovery right there by Miles Stifle for out number 1. As that throw came in hot and in a hurry. The strikeout brings up Andy Mock with one down.
Now batting first baseman number 18, Andy Mock.
Mock 1 for 3 with a double, a fly out, and a ground out. And the first pitch, a breaking ball to Mock for strike 1. The 0-1 on the way, and Mock gets a hold of that one, carrying out towards the outfield wall. And it's gone. Andy Mock with a home run. The 4th home run of the game and the 3rd for the Stars. This one a solo shot to make it 14-8.
Shot to left field.
Unbelievable.
Andy Mock.
And Mock with, they touch them all. He'll finish it off, being greeted by his teammates over at home plate. And the clinking of the batting helmets. A little bit of an insurance for the Stars as they increase their lead to 6. Here's Caden Graff with the bases empty and 1 down. First pitch, Graff hits the other way, high and foul.
Now batting, number 11, Caden Graff.
Here's the 0-1. Graff laying off that one to even the count. Third pitch of the at-bat inside on Graff. Able to skedaddle his way out of that one to make it a 2-1 count instead of him heading over to first base. That pitch missing outside to make it 3-1. Clipfell to Graff. Outside for ball 4, and Graff will walk for the 3rd time today. Over to first base he goes as that brings up Tate Gustafson.
Catcher number 3, Tate Gustafson.
Gustafson 0 for 2. Walked, flew out, and then flew out his last time up. So we're now just a little over 2 hours into this game. 2 hours and 3 minutes to be exact. That one is going to be popped up. Could be flyout number 3 for Gustafson. And it is, as the catch is made by Patton over in left field for out number 2.
The flyout to left brings up the designated hitter number 13, Jackson Beiswinger.
Jackson Beiswinger up next. He's 1 for 3 with one of the home runs in the game. It was a grand slam and then a strikeout and a flyout. First pitch, Beiswinger swinging through for strike 1. Caden Graff, the runner, over at first after walking. Here's the 0-1. That one missing high for a ball, 1-1. Count even as Beiswinger will settle back into the box. And he hits that one hard towards center field. It's carrying towards a massive gap, and that's going to drop for a base hit as Caden Graff is going to be waved home, and he's going to score an RBI single as Graff scores from first. Beiswinger with his 5th RBI of the game.
RBI single, scores a run, and brings up the pitcher, number 15, Ethan Claus.
Here comes Ethan Claus, who's 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a flyout. He's got Beiswinger on first with 2 down. As it's now 15-8, the Stars extending their lead to 7 over the Governors. First pitch chopped at and fouled off by Claus for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 from Clipfell. It's a breaking ball that catches the upper part of the zone for strike 2. 0-2 to Claus, and Clipfell looking for the punch out right here to turn it over to the 7th. Chopped in the ground. Fair ball. Tough play over for Riedinger at third, and that one's going to get past the first baseman, Johnson. And now heading home is going to be Beiswinger. Beiswinger being waved home, and heading over to third is going to be Claus. And it's 16-8. The Stars are doubling up the Governors as they've come back to life here in inning number 6. It'll be ruled as an error officially, as it scores the runner and puts Claus all the way on third. And it brings up Easton Rarick.
Runner advances to third on the same error, and that brings us back to the top of the order. Shortstop Easton Rarick.
Rarick 2 for 3 with a single, a flyout, a walk, and a single. And the first pitch high and tight to Rarick for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Rarick hitting that one in the ground over towards first base, but foul as Johnson fields it. And it evens the count. One ball and one strike to the leadoff man, Rarick. That pitch dropping into the zone for strike 2. A nice one from Klipfel. It's a 1-2 count. The 1-2 is hit the other way. Should be an easy play for Patton over in left field, and he makes the catch for out number 3. That does it for inning number 6. And now it's a chance for the Stars to close things out here in the top of the 7th. It's going to be Riedinger, Klipfel, and Machenbacher. Those are the 3 standing in the way. We'll see if the Stars can wrap things up 16-8 here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
You can capture the moments and memories of this game and all of our past sports broadcasts on DVD. It makes a great gift for a parent, relative, son, or daughter. Please allow 1 to 2 weeks for standard delivery. Place your order now, quickly and easily at msportsnet.com/DVD.
Alrighty, welcome back here to the Magnitude Sports Media Network. It was a 3-run bottom of the 6th for the Stars. They now lead by 8 over the Governors, and it's going to be Ethan Claus back out on the hill as he will try and close this game out and get the split between the Governors and the Stars here in this doubleheader. Top of the 7th inning, Noah Riedinger, Carter Klipfel, and Carson Machenbacher. One of those 3 has got to reach base, otherwise this game is over. Riedinger is 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a flyout in this one, and he'll lead things off. And the first pitch is a fastball in for strike 1.
Now batting, number 19, Noah Riedinger.
Here's the 0-1. And Riedinger pops that one up high. Should be playable between Olmi and Rarick. And it's going to be Olmi making the catch out in center field for out number 1. 1 down and 2 to go for the Stars.
10, second baseman Carter Klipfel.
Carter Klipfel up next, and he's 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a flyout. First pitch to Klipfel is taken for a ball. Count 1-0. And Klipfel pops that one up. It might drop, and it won't. Instead, it's going to drop right into the glove of Kobe Sen. 2 down and 1 to go for the Stars. Now it all rests on the shoulders of Carson Machenbacher. 1 for 3 with a flyout, a single, and a groundout. He batted leadoff in game 1. He started off the entire doubleheader between these 2 teams. And now, should he get out, he would end it. And that might do it. It's grounded over towards Rarick, over to first base, and that does do it. We have ourselves a final here on Magnitude Sports. Your final score between the Governors and the Stars, 16-8 as the Stars go homer happy here in game 2 and get an 8-run victory to split the doubleheader between the Governors and the Stars. The Governors taking home game 1, 3-2 your final score on that one, and then the Stars 16-8 here in Game 2. Wrapping things up now here on Magnitude Sports. You can feel free to check us out online at msportsnet.com, as well as feel free to follow our social media handles.
Saturday as part of the West Fargo invite.
Feel free to follow our social media handles on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Feel free to like and subscribe as well on YouTube. Going to be the best place to find live streams as well as past replays of our broadcasts. Also looking ahead to our schedule here on Magnitude. Tuesday, July 6th, we just wrapped up this doubleheader between the Governors and the Stars. Looking ahead, Friday is the next time we'll be back in action with the West Fargo invite, as we'll be covering the Astros, Comets, and Stars, as the Stars will be out in Minot for a doubleheader, 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock, the starting times for those. Saturday, we'll continue the West Fargo invite coverage on July 10th. Those games ranging from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And we'll also be bringing you coverage of Dakota Fusion FC as they'll be wrapping up their season, 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock for the women's and 7 for the men's. Then Sunday, July 11th, we'll wrap up our coverage of the West Fargo invite with the Comets and Astros. And taking a look ahead as well, you can feel free to check out our news tab on Magnitude Sports, clicking on the Stories tab at msportsnet.com for any recent Magnitude stories that you might have missed. Scores, player interviews, game recaps, highlights, and any other content related to Magnitude can be found under the Stories button. And you can also feel free to check out our games on demand on our website, msportsnet.com, under the Archive Library on Demand menu. Just click on Watch to watch that game or event that you're looking for. You can also click to order the games on DVD. Click for Order DVD next to the game if you want to have it. Makes for a great gift. And the most recent games are going to be found at the top of the list, but you can scroll to the very bottom and filter the list by a single sport or event. Once again, your final score here, 18-6, the Stars with a victory over the Governors here in Game 2. That's going to do it here on Magnitude Sports. For Eric Tiongson, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I had a blast doing these games, and I hope each and every one of you had a blast watching them. One final time, 16-8 your final score here on Magnitude Sports. Have a great night and hope to see you all again soon.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to order a DVD copy of this broadcast, simply visit msportsnet.com/DVD.